Hello guys! We will do some simulations, but also hands-on experiments to put this into practice. So let's do it. So I have my simulation for one LED. You see that when I run the simulation and I close the switch, the LED is red because there is current going through the circuit, and the LED light is going to bright. You see that the I reduce the you see that I reduce the resistance so it gets brighter. Actually, it's important to get a limiting resistor in between because if not, the LED is going to burn. I used 11 kilo ohms resistor for this actual experiment. So I am going to install the DC source. And let's say that I want to connect. Okay. So the source is 4.69, almost 4.7 volts. Okay guys, so we are going to build a simple LED circuit. I'm going to connect my DC source in the breadboard, plus and minus, that's ground. I will transfer plus and ground to the circuit. So this is my power. I will use a green LED in this experiment. Introduce the LED in the breadboard. Remember that the legs, they have to be in different columns, the legs. It's important to introduce a limiting resistor because you don't want to burn your LED, to preserve the integrity of your LED. You don't want to burn it. So we have limiting resistor. I'm going to connect ground and I will connect you saw what happened before, that it didn't work. It is because the LED has a polarity defined. So if you connect the LED in the opposite way, it wouldn't work. So that's why the LED has a long leg and a short leg. Now we will introduce a button because we want the LED to be controlled. So we have our LED. So you see this is connected in the column. I will do a bridge with this white cable, this white jumping wire to the bottom. So now I am going to insert other LED light in series with the previous one. You see that I have both LED lights. Now I run the simulation, and when I close the circuit, both LED lights are going to bright because there is current going through the circuit. Remember that it is important to connect the lights in the same direction. And there is only one way to connect it because diodes and LED lights, they have polarity. That means that they have to be connected the right way. And introduce other LED. And you can see that both LEDs are working. Now they are connected in series. That it is important to connect a limiting resistor because you want to limit the current going through the circuit. You want to preserve the integrity of your LEDs. You don't want them to burn, so please use a limiting resistor. Run the simulation, and you see that there is brightness. When I close the switch, the LED lights turn on. What happens if I change the direction of one of the LED lights? Let's see. I am going to turn the direction to see what happens. Run the simulation. And now what happened? There is no light. There is no light because one of the diodes, one of the LED lights, it's polarized the wrong way. That means that the circuit is not going to be closed even though I push the button or close the switch. This is important because if you connect the LED lights the wrong way, they are not going to light up.